Okay, well, we are diving into some fake mink today on Memorial Day. It is a Monday morning. It is 5:02 a.m. I've been up for 2 hours. Why, Bob? Why? Because I have a one kitty, one that will not be named. It's the gray one that woke me up at 3 a.m. for reasons that still remain a mystery to me. But there was much meowing and scratching at the door and commotion and what have you. And then, I don't know. Apparently I had to get up at 3 a.m. today. Oh, man. But that's okay because it's a long weekend. I'm home today. Did some stuff over the weekend with some family. It was fun. And I was like, you know what? I would try to crack off a second reaction this weekend if I can. So here we are. And I've gotten, my list is so deep. Even just the stuff that's been suggested to me recently. But I wanted to check out Fakemink. I've been getting messages for Fakemink for a while. Ever since the Rebel Listen by SD. And this new album just came out. It's called Terrified. This weekend, this Friday. It came out Friday. People have been saying some cool things about it. Apparently, it's a whole kind of like concept, being in LA and blowing up and just kind of that experience. It's like, all right, sure, why not? 19 songs, 55 minutes, just a shade under an hour. All the songs are pretty short with the exception of Fire and Ice, which is about 7 minutes long, and then the last one's about 5 minutes long. But the rest of them are like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, cool. Oh, and there's a short film too, and I don't have that set up. If I do a reaction to that, that will be Patreon only, just because I try to give something special to Patreon, although I haven't done anything special in a while. But fortunately, Patreon's $2, so it's cheap as fuck. That's about as cheap as you can make it. Funny story about Patreon. 6 months ago or something, right? I was posting something up and they changed it where if you like, let's say you don't want to subscribe to like a monthly thing, Patreon has made a thing where you can like just pay for an individual post. Okay, that's kind of cool, right? Good idea, right? When that new feature came in, whenever it was, I was like, oh, neat. You know, as the creator, I'm like checking out the options. And if I wanted to sell an individual post, like say you wanted to watch one uncut reaction, it's $3. The minimum price I can set to sell one post is $3. But the monthly, when access to everything is $2. Just like that was, I found that to be very funny. Okay, I'm coming in blind. I know Fakemink is on Rebel. He's got a feature on, what is it, the LV Sandals track or whatever. But I don't know what to expect. I don't know anything about the guy. I know he's pretty young. I know he's from the UK. The genius little bio for the album was basically, yeah, it's when he was in LA on some tour and he was blowing up on TikTok and he's on festival stages. And the way Genius worded it, it made it sound like he was sharing stages with Drake and Playboi Carti. Now, I don't know if that means if he was on stage with them at the same time or just like, oh, he's performing at festivals where also these other big names are performing. So I don't know. But either way, just the concept of blowing up, being in a different country, in a different city, blowing up, and what that was like for him. Apparently that's what this album is. And so we're going to keep that in mind as we go forward. Track 1 appears to be an instrumental, as annotated here. Also, from what I understand, he does a lot of his own production. So that's cool. Let's jump in. First time hearing Fakemink, Blind. The album's called Terrified. Track 1 is called Terrified. It's an instrumental, and we'll let it roll into 2, which is called All Eyes on Me, which sounds very much like a nod to Tupac. Anyway, drop it in track 1, Terrified. Really going to see how he sets the stage. Another thing, too, in the little Genius bio was apparently he does things very intentionally, which is fun for me, because I like trying to pick up on shit. Good sound. rich, beefy synth. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, this is cool. This is a great opener. I like even the fucking drum beat rumbling around in there. Okay. Okay. Let's go to 2. All Eyes on Me. Let's let it roll for a bit. We'll let it roll. We'll keep that tone momentum. Whoa. 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 Where are we? Okay. Okay. Keeping that real strong, beefy synth sound. Interesting, interesting. I'm gonna pause right here. Interesting vocals in terms of the sound. I don't want to speak on that yet. I want to let's see where this goes in terms of just like the tone, the sound and everything. But lyrically, the first question that's going through my mind is, and I'm just throwing this idea out here. I'm just kind of like, real quick. We'll go through the lyrics at the end. Everything that he's saying right here, is this something that he's feeling on his own? Or is this something that's been told to him by others as a warning? Is it both? Was it told to him as a warning and then now he's experiencing it firsthand? Who knows? Who knows? But already pretty interesting. Let's keep going. We'll finish the song. We'll look at lyrics. One of the cats is going crazy. As they do. As they do. Been moving on my own, give a fuck if they hate. Yeah, I've been living in the future, give a fuck if they late. I saw this model up in Vogue and took her out of the pay. She don't even know my name, she just calling me baby. I've been setting the pace, putting bitches in place. I've been winning the race, cause I still skate in that rave. I've been really making hits since I was 1-8. Man, I'm from the UK, but I really took the States. Just don't act like my friend, you was never my mate. I'm on top of the food chain, you sit on my plate. Don't act like my friend, bitch, don't act like we're mates. There's so much for these fuckers that they just spat in my face. Don't act like my friend, bitch, don't act like we're mates. There's so much for these fuckers that they just spat in my face. Oh, I was wondering if we were gonna hit back with that synth. The production is very drowning, and I'm gonna run with that for a bit. This is pretty badass, honestly. I like it. I like it. drops right into playlist. So something that keeping the idea of intention, artistic intention, right? So I have no idea if this is the intention, but as we go through the back end of that song, the production is just drowning out the vocals. And I feel like that's something that's intentional. And what's cool with the production too, the sound, the quality of it is, it's just overwhelming. It is overwhelming. It's almost oppressive. And what's kind of neat is towards the end, it almost sounds like he's fading down the vocals a little bit. And so he's going through this shit, we'll kind of hit on lyrics. I guess I could hit the lyrics now. It makes sense to talk about it now, but he's saying all these things, and it's either he's saying that about them, or it seems to be like maybe internal monologue, or maybe it's like almost a personal mantra to like try and keep these monsters, these people that want to feed off him at bay, or just to try to create a cushion. But the way the production rolls in over the vocals, it's like it's not really working. I'm trying to utilize my defense mechanism. I'm trying to protect myself in this setting, this scene where I feel like everybody's a fucking demon and a monster and they want to feed off me, and they're saying they're trying to be nice, but really, they don't care about me and all this other shit. And so, and I know this, and I'm going to practice this and stay aware of it, but at the same time, the production just kind of steamrolls the whole thing. And then especially the end, I'm terrified, so I'm celebrating. I'm terrified and I feel amazing. And I almost wonder if it's like, we're talking about got the baddest bitch alive. She's dancing naked for me. Like the core person is just being crushed by the I don't know what the fuck. I'm tired, so I ain't got no words. Just being crushed by the glamour, the party, just the overwhelming, oh my God, I'm a big star, that kind of a thing. Let's go through this verse, man. It's an underground ballroom full of harlots and dog-ass witches eating dog food and demons trying to pinch a little piece of you. They wear a mask of happiness and peace for you, offer food because they're really trying to eat off you. They want a piece of you, need a piece of you. They act like they're helping and teaching you, but don't forget you don't need them, they need you. They said you're welcome, but don't let this town ruin you. See, this is where it starts to sound like somebody else's warning. This town is full of people trying to ruin you. Sometimes I'm sitting thinking, what would Jesus do? And so that, this feels like what I was talking about earlier, the core person being overwhelmed by the scene. Essentially, like, I don't know anything about Fakemink, but if somebody's in LA at a party asking themselves the question, what would Jesus do? It's like, you ain't from here. Well, I don't say here. I don't live in fucking LA. It would be impossible for me to live in LA. Sick and twisted people like screwing you, but you should still sing loud if they're booing you. And he says this 3 times. Very interesting. You should still sing loud if they're booing you. I don't know what that's a reference to, but if they're booing you, bitch, I feel like booing. I've been moving on my own. Give a fuck if they're hating. I've been living in the future. Give a fuck if they're late. Saw this model up in Vogue. Took her out of the page. I've been setting the pace. One of the race. And so I wonder if this is like maybe he had a negative experience at a show out here or something. Like maybe people didn't know who he was, and he's like, "Fuck you guys." I don't know, but good start. Good start for Terrified. Now it drops into 3, which is called Playlist, produced by Fakemink. It's a quick one, 2.5 minutes. Let's keep going. Let's see where this. We got a good start to this story. Nice ball.
Where the Lord
I live in her playlist. Seven Seals. That's Book of Revelation, I believe, right? We'll let finish. We're almost there. Dive into some lyrics. It's a sad song. Early, too. Early. Oh, man. Just jumps right into creep. I like that. I like that. We're just right to the next one. Which makes sense, too. Like, already just from a story telling element, if the tracks are unrelenting on top of each other, that kind of just adds to the feeling of being caught up in something, you know? So playlist, one of the first things that was going through my mind with playlist in terms of just listening to it, it's like, well, this is kind of a odd shift from the very intense opener that we had. And I was thinking, you know, if it were me, I would have put this towards the end or something. But it's like, no. He's trying to share his experience. And so I'm somebody, I'll get a little nitpicky about albums and how they, you know, the energy level, like what, you know, a song does this and this and this. And if it can get kind of jarring, I like more of a wave type of a flow in terms of song to song to song. But really what's happening here is, it feels like, it kind of, I mean, honestly, it feels like a sad song, but almost like disappointment. And his eyes bawling, yeah, I bawl out. And it's almost like he's just disappointed even in himself. Like, I can't believe, especially when you take what he said in the previous song, All Eyes on Me, maybe he's finding himself just caught up and doing the same thing all the other people are doing, that he maybe he swore to himself, I ain't gonna do that shit. I ain't gonna get caught up in that bullshit, that LA scene or whatever. That ain't me. But here we are. Here we are. Right? And then this other line too, I seen real lovers really fall out. And so maybe there's multiple layers to this feeling of disappointment of, you know, you get the superficial shit and whatever, right? The party scene. Okay, great. But then actually people who do know each other and care about each other, and then maybe that scene ruins them as well. So maybe there's some sadness coming from the idea of maybe even true love isn't true. Maybe even that can be destroyed by vices and temptation and all this other shit. Maybe. Lots of maybes. This is kind of what's rolling around up here. And then you get this, you know, Bae is an innocent angel, a whore now. And the previous song, it was the model calling him Bae, right? Yeah, she just called me Bae. I hate Bae. So that could be a reference to himself. It could be both, where it's talking about somebody else, but now he's talking about himself maybe here. Who knows? They're going through some shit, the same shit, going through changes. Heard it all before. I've seen all the phases. I'm fine with overspending, but time I can't waste. I make money off your bitch because I live in her playlist. So maybe, you know, your bitch, this whole idea of real love fall out. Maybe he's hooked up with somebody's girl. Maybe it's his friend. Maybe she was in a committed relationship. Who knows, right? But just lots of little references to things that exist inside this production that's just kind of shit. Defeated. So interesting. Let's keep going. Oh, and then the seven seals. So the annotation is talking about a movie, The Seventh Seal, where a knight plays a game of chess with death. And it's like, no. The seven seals, I'm pretty sure, it's been a while since I cracked open the Bible, but Book of Revelation, the end of the world, the trumpets, the angels, and they're cracking open the seven seals, and that's how, the world's coming to an end. So we got another religious nod there after the other one, what would Jesus do? So that theme is prominent as well. So there's definitely some kind of good and evil happening in the context of this album. So let's go to 4, which is Creep, produced by Fakemink. It just drops right in. Let's try and keep this rolling. I don't know how I feel about his vocals. It's an odd sound. I don't really have a problem with it, but I'm also not like a huge fan either. Am I on the right song? I don't know where we are lyrically. The echo is throwing me off big time. Oh, here we go. Huh. Huh. Very blurry. Just kind of bleeding over itself. Echoey. Sloshy. There's about 45 seconds left. I'll let it finish. I think the idea of this one is that he's like wasted drunk or something. That's what it feels like. It's a mess in terms of the sound. But I think that's the point. Okay, we kind of get like a little break there. Not totally into Creep, just in terms of a song. Like, okay, it's very. It just feels like I've had 9 pints, and all I want to do is go to sleep, but I can't go to sleep. Like I'm somewhere else or whatever. So it's just, and he's talking about throwing up too. So the lyrics are the vocals are very echoey. So I'm moving slow, just like a creep. You don't see us when we're creeping up. I had to quit the blow. I had to be paranoid, throwing up. So I had to quit the blow. I was going to say they got it, but I got nothing to show. I'm really putting the work in, so I got money and blow. I've been balling, saving like a goalkeeper. That's pretty good. Saving like a goalkeeper. You think this life deep, it gets deeper. I've been on the road, been missing home in this bitch, though. Didn't think I'd ever find love at the chateau. I really had to isolate. I don't fuck with none of y'all. Had to be alone before I turned into that animal. Wonder where I'd be if I didn't have to leave you, if I didn't have to leave home. Broken glass on the floor, I had to get it and go. I really got in platinum, had to get it and go. Praying for my ops. So this song is still trying to keep with the idea of artistic intention. And it feels like the intention here is that this song is a mess, in that in this situation, he's a mess. Especially, we got another kind of religious theme here, praying for my ops. That's something that comes up in Christianity, and I'm sure in other religions too, forgive your enemy and all that kind of stuff, praying for my ops. Although that could just be a shit-talking line too. It's like, it could be just I'm going to beat you so bad, I pray for you. But the experience of that song, the sound of that song, it just feels like a mess. And maybe this refrain is even more of like trying to put on a mask of, no, I'm still in control and I'm still the best and all that shit. Not really into this song, but from a mechanism within an album that's probably trying to tell a story, it does have a feel to it of just stomachs turning, don't know where the fuck I am, stumbling around type of thing. It just feels that way. Moving slow, just like a creep. And there does also just like a hint of almost like self-loathing, self-disappointment, maybe. I don't know. I don't really know how I feel about Creep. Trying to give, benefit of the doubt here, trying to really be open to what Fakemink could be trying to say. But I don't know. Let's keep going. The lyrics repeat too, which I almost wonder if that means something or if that's just his style, if it's common for him to repeat the lyrics. I don't know. All right, so this one's called Like a Virgin. This is track 5. Produced by Fakemink. I'm already skipping ahead to read. Let's just drop into the song. Here we go. 2.5 minutes. As we work through the beginning of this album, I am enjoying the vocals less. Since 1990? Oh, that was his former stage. Horse giddy up. Think you're giving your all, they say it's not enough. You know you only lose when you've given up. I took so many else, but I ain't giving up. Bitch, I'm on fire, in my element. I'm with Tina and Rashina, chip these ballerinas. Front page magazine, I'm the leader, check the evidence. Where I'm getting money like a military regiment. Terrified adrenaline, through my skeleton. And a Veravella bumper sticker on my fucking bimmer. I like this one. This one's almost scary. I'll talk real quick in the middle here. This was almost scary because in pain, I wake up, getting up, my money stay going up. I've been getting money since 1990, so since the beginning, basically. I need 100 because 95 was not enough. I feel like a virgin. They're hurting because I don't give a fuck. The chorus, the post-chorus. Got so much money in to burn it because I don't give a fuck. Been off that Oxy and I don't know what Tussie is, but fucking my liver up. Went overseas, fucked your whole city up. White Ferrari, spider, horse giddy up. I like that. White, black, Asian whores want to give it up. French, Albanian whores want to give it up. Think you're giving your all. They say it's not enough. You only lose when you've given up. I took so many L's, but I'm not giving up. Bitch, I'm on fire. I'm in my element. Front page magazine. I'm the leader. Check the evidence. Way I'm getting my money. It's like a military regiment. Terrified. Adrenaline. Blood through my skeleton. The style of the production, the way he's kind of running through these different elements, it feels like somebody who has basically lost all control, essentially. But I like to make the analogy of somebody getting swept up in a river, a rapid river. And it's not so much like a drowning, but you're just, you're going down these rapids and you're in this fast current and you can't get out of it. And so what do? You kind of, you're supposed to swim with the current, right? To, don't go against it. You're supposed to kind of swim with it to try to get to shore, but just fully swept up. That's what this feels like. Fully swept up. And it's still almost got like this sickly sweet taste to it in the production. Let's keep going. I'm now I feel like I'm making shit up because I haven't been listening to the music for the last 90 seconds. I've been getting money since 99. See, and again, it sounds like his vocals are fading down. It sounds like the production is dominant, which to me feels like the scene being dominant over him.
I've been off the oxy and tossy fucking my liver up. I went overseas and I fucked your whole city up. White Ferrari, spider, horse, giddy up. White, black, Asian, horse, one, give it up. French and Albanian, horse, one, give it up. Think you're giving you all, they say it's not enough. You know you
and the whole sound style, it just has this like haze to it. Terrified adrenaline blood through my skeleton.
Terrified adrenaline blood through my skeleton. Blood through my skeleton.
I do like that just tiny pause right there. Normally I don't. But right there, just that moment to acknowledge the idea of being terrified. Because most of the times, what the party scene is presented, it's not presented from a point of view of being terrified. But so far, assuming Fakemink is trying to create this atmosphere of being swept up in this thing, I feel like he's doing that pretty well in terms of creating that experience. The issue I'm having is, while I like what he's doing, it's like, okay, but am I going to just chill with this to listen to it? And right now, vocally, the sound of his vocals, I don't really have a problem with it, but I'm just not, it hasn't like clicked yet for me in terms of like a super into it type of thing. And this one too, he repeats the lyric structure. So I wonder if that's just kind of how he does it. The first one had like a long verse, and so that there was no repeat there. But yeah, I wonder, also I'll just kind of accept the idea that maybe he just repeats his verse structure, his lyrical structure a bit, instead of two different verses. Presidential Rolly, I feel just like the president. And that one, you know, what is kind of neat with how he writes is it seems like he throws out these things that can have a lot of double meaning, and it's not so much a like double entendre, but more of a, you know, you could how you look at it, it's almost like he allows your own perception to come into the song. Because some people would love to probably feel like the president, where you get driven around and, you know, it's almost like you're the king, right? And all this other shit. But really, the other side of that coin is the president isn't allowed to drive. Like, you don't have control of where that vehicle is going. Other people are telling you where you're going, when you're going. They're taking you, so you're just in this thing. And so, like, on one hand, it can look, you know, luxurious and glamorous and whatever, but on the other hand, it's almost like you're trapped. So I like some of this shit. It's interesting the way he's putting this out there. And, you know, with the all the variety of horrors that he has to choose from. It's not presented in a way of, oh, this is so awesome. It's just like a matter of fact, like, yeah, here's all these different girls. And so it's not necessarily celebrated, but he's not actually coming out and saying this is awful, which helps to create this feeling of duality in spirit, you know? Like there's the lustful side, you know, just the humanistic side, whatever you want to call it, hedonistic, I guess. Versus it feels like he's just got these split between what the body wants to do versus what the spirit wants to do, and it feels like there's a tear there. And so this kind of like this neutrality of presentation helps to maintain that. But vocally I'm not clicking with the album entirely in terms of the vocals, the style of the vocals, you know. I like what he's doing on the production side, but the style of vocals, I want something different, because so far it feels like his tone has been kind of flat and it's just kind of the same thing. Anyway, let's keep going. This is going to be the next one's Jungle Affair, track 6, produced by Fakemink. Dropping in. This one's quick, 1 minute and a half. Still very terrified in this experience so far, where we are in the album.
After a pillow fight until her wings get tired. My peroxide blonde and her virgin blonde. She is raspberry pie. Exchanging perfumes like confessions at the Mercer bars. Neon gas eating at the enamel of the teeth. Cheeky wedding vows written on napkins stolen from Mr. Chaz. In the hotel lobby waiting for the food, I see her red shot provocateur panties. I feel feral. I had blueberry pie all last week and I'm bored of her. I'm hungry to taste this one. I tell her to get up and go to the room. She sits on the sink. She braids her virgin hair. The static of the electric aquarium lamp. She's mesmerized by the fish. She forgets I'm here. Just cut a socket in your jugular and let me rest in there already. Or let me do it. For I want to know nothing of God's green fields.
Interesting.
The plains of your carcass as my home, whether you like it or not. It won't lift until I leave. I am sorry, my dear, but I must leave you in this jungle hell.
Wild. Wild. Let's let it dump into the next one. 51 Cash Bell Pony Ave. I'm not going to pretend to understand everything here, but let's read through this. Room 401, chasing each other after a pillow fight until her wings get tired. That feels like a reference to an angel, because we've had another, Bay used to be an angel, a whore now, or something like that, right? My peroxide blonde on her virgin blonde. And that's a big deal because peroxide means you've bleached, which means your hair is fake. Your hair color is fake. So we got a fake versus a real. She is raspberry pie, exchanging perfumes like confessions at the Mercer bar, neon gas, eating at the enamel of the teeth. I don't know what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Cheeky wedding vows written on napkins sewn from Mr. Chow's. In the hotel lobby, waiting for the food, I see her red agent provocateur panties. I feel feral. So here, I just got done talking about, the body versus the spirit type of thing, right? I had blueberry pie all last week and I'm bored of her. So she is raspberry pie. Last week was blueberry pie and bored of blueberry pie. But that also implies that, gonna get bored of this girl as well, most likely. I'm hungry to taste this one. I tell her to get up and go to the room. She sits on the sink. She braids her virgin hair. The static of the electric aquarium lamp. She's mesmerized by the fish. Forgets I'm here. Just cut a socket in your jugular and let me rest there already. So I feel like that line is very important because opening song is talking about all these people who pretend to be nice to you and pretend to care about you, but all they want to do is feed off of you. And now what's happening here with Fakemink? Wants to feed off of raspberry pie, whoever this person is. And the reason why is for I want to know nothing of God's green fields anymore. So this whole interlude is basically admission of I'm completely swallowed up in this thing. I've turned into one of them, essentially. The plains of your carcass is my home, whether you like it or not. Oh my God, dude. I'm sorry, my dear, but I must leave you in this jungle hell. Who he's talking to there, I don't know. It could be him talking to himself. It could be him talking to this girl who thinks maybe she's actually a nice person. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go into 51 Tashbell Pony Avenue. We'll back it up. I caught the transition, but we'll back it up. This is 2 minutes. This is track 7. Let's keep going. I feel like running away, but I'm stuck in this place. Terrified, but we ain't scared. I kind of like the beat on this one. That bass, it's just like rum, rum.
I feel like running away, but I'm just stuck in this place. Fuck a familiar face, need a familiar place with a familiar bitch and a familiar rain. Need a familiar kiss with some familiar face. You know I see on the floor, I got stars on the ceiling. Living this life and I've been looking for a meaning. Get to the show and the host starts screaming.
Get to the show and the host starts screaming. Huh. Okay, just a drop into Hard Candy. One thing I'm noticing, and this might sound bad, but it's actually technically a good thing. I haven't put any hearts next to any songs. And on the surface, that sounds bad. And really, I guess in a way it is bad because there hasn't really been anything that's jumped out and grabbed me in terms of like a single. But at the same time, it's also because I'm just enjoying how the album's unfolding. And so this is turning into one of those albums where it's like you don't listen to a couple songs. You kind of go through the whole thing and let it be its own ride. This song's kind of interesting because it feels like the chorus. You ain't ever seen this much money in your life, you wish. It almost feels like self-justification, like trying to justify, what I'm doing, or maybe ignore the negative elements because I'm making all this money or who knows what, right? I feel like running away, but I'm just stuck in this place. And then, fuck a familiar face, need a familiar place. So basically, I gotta get home with a familiar bitch and that familiar rain. So, London, it rains all the time. Need a familiar kiss with some familiar face. Sleep on the floor, got stars on the ceiling, living this life, been looking for a meaning. Get to the show, host starts screaming, snake in the grass, have to tell, bro, beware. Terrified, but we ain't scared. They tried to test me, I aced it. I'm so on one, you can't face it. Just taking shit like a bailiff. And my premonition was right. Damn right, now look at me. So the samples, here's what the annotation says. Sample vocals from Julia Wolf's Now. Originally Terrified was planned to have no samples. In an interview with Clash from the day before the album's release, Fakemink revised his prior claim that the album didn't have any samples. The reason why I'm so proud is because I made it all from scratch, except 2 songs. 2 songs have samples. I tried my best to chop the samples the way I did on London Savior in a way where it masked them properly. Okay. Let's keep going. This whole thing is just a ride. It really is kind of neat. Like they're quick little songs, they're quick little parts of a story. This one's called Hard Candy. It's track 8. It's just under 2.5 minutes. We got lots of little snippets. I'm really kind of curious to see how Fire and Ice shapes out with it being 7 minutes long. But let's keep rolling. Here's track 8, Hard Candy. I am enjoying the production style. I'm kind of settling into the production pretty well. Broke shit, I'm allergic. Oh, God.
About when I'm on stage, I'ma still scream loud. It's only when I was 15, hear me Yeah, these neeks can't say shit now. Cause your bitch love Playmate loud. And she wanna fuck me right now. Dumb bitch confused like how. Dumb rich, real rich like now. I'm in Shenzhen smoking cigarettes. I'm in Shenzhen, see the cigarette cloud. I'm Bundy, put some money in the bag. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground. I mean money, I'm done it. I deserve it. Expensive, taste broke, shit, I'm allergic. Do what I do, cause I really did earn it. That be funky, she Turkish. My baby broken, she like. She know I'm not like these guys. Still see pound signs in her eyes. Been off the wall, I'm so fly. Yeah, I lost my trust long time ago. Think that slime, he gon' slime you out.
I lost my trust a long time
Couldn't
ago.
care less what they on about. When I'm on stage, I'ma still scream loud. So me when I was 15, hear me now. Keep going, so my little bro.
I kind of like the beat on this
Yeah,
one.
these neeks can't say shit now.
I mean, I don't know. It's
Your
all.
bitch love Playmate loud. And she wanna fuck me right now. Dumb bitch confused like how. Dumb rich, real rich like now. I'm in Shenzhen smoking cigarettes. I'm in Shenzhen, see the cigarette cloud. Feel like I'm Bundy, put some money in the dough. Money in a shoebox, put it in the ground.
It dumps. I like how it just dumps from track to track. I'm very torn. You know, I don't have any problems with this album so far, but at the same time, I'm not like, yay, I want to listen to this over and over again. Like it's cool. It's cool. That's about where I'm at with it. It's cool. I feel pretty neutral, and that does not. Please do not conflate neutral with mid. I am not saying this is mid. Not at all. It's cool. But at the same time, nothing so far. I mean, we're 8 in. We got, well, not quite halfway, close to halfway. Nothing's really grabbed me either. Like with the Rebel, right? There's a couple cool tracks on that song, on that album that I really like. But also, too, the album itself is fun to listen to because it's like 22 minutes or some shit like that. So you just put it on, boom, 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 cool, done. She know I'm not like these guys. Still see pound signs in her eyes. Been off the wants to fly. Lost my trust a long time ago. Think that slime's gonna slime you out. I don't need a click. I'll be on my own. Couldn't care less what they're on about. When I'm on stage, I'm still screaming loud. I don't know what the fuck Shenzhen. The annotation says it's a city in China. Great, but he's in LA, so I don't know. Whatever. Maybe he's just talking about like a world tour. Money in the shoebox, put it in the ground. And that's kind of interesting. That's a very specific terminology. And to me, it's pretty close parallel to a body in a coffin. You know, if you're putting money in a shoebox and putting that in the ground, like you can hide your money in a lot of different places, right? So we're trying to keep with the idea of artistic intention. When somebody's telling me from an artistic point of view, saying something along the lines of taking money, putting it in a shoebox, and then putting it in the ground, feels like a reference to something else. It feels like a body in a coffin type of a thing. And let's just run with that idea. Not to say that's what he means. I mean, maybe that's something that they do in the UK. They bury their money in shoeboxes. I have no idea. I don't think that's a great idea. I feel like the shoebox would give way, and then now all your money rots. But the previous song talked about making all this money, and it seemed like it was kind of a justification for being swept up in all this shit, even though there seems to be a split between body and spirit. But now it seems like if I'm out here, I'm making all this money, but now it almost seems like an acknowledgement. But yeah, I'm just burying myself. Like, yeah, I'm going to make all this money, but in making all this money, by putting all this money in this shoebox and I'm going to put it in the ground, kind of implying I'm going to save it for later, I'll have it for later. I'm also just burying myself. I'm killing myself. And I don't necessarily mean like in a literal sense, but I'm just trying to imagine his experience, what he's trying to portray here in terms of the story of, because it just feels like he fucking hates it. I love it, but I hate it. I hate what's happening to me, I feel like I'm losing myself. I'm killing myself. Who knows? That's my takeaway. Let's go to 9. It's called Rewind. 2.5 minutes. Produced by Fakemink. Dropping into 9. And yeah, the production's really like put me down a little bit. Feel the pressure in my ribs. God, the production. I actually like this. It's like oppressive. This is interesting. This feels dark. It just feels dark. Lyrically, it seems like it should be something that's like a positive, but it feels negative in the soundscape. Yeah, this one's pretty sinister. I like Rewind. It's almost uncomfortable. So many bite marks from so many teeth. Yes, Kitty. Oh, you didn't catch a transition. Oh, no. Okay. All right. Yes, Kitty. Are you concerned that your brother is locked away in the garage? So Hippo, the one that woke me up at 3 a.m., wanted in the garage. Sometimes we leave the garage door open for him so he can just go hang out. So, all right, I got up at 3 a.m. to go open the garage door for the cat. Go lay back down. 10 minutes later, back at the bedroom door, meowing, scratching. It's like, what? Okay. You just get to be in the garage for a couple hours now, kitty. That's how that's going to go. Rewind is haunting. Rewind is a sick pit in the stomach. Let's look at these lyrics, man. I feel the pressure in my ribs, something inside, a serpent made of every lie I told to stay alive. So this ain't going well. If you're out in LA and having a good time, that is not how you describe it. It winds round my heartbeat. I really never try. It was already mine, couldn't fall for the bribe. Feel the pressure in my... And then he says it again. Feel the pressure in my ribs, something inside, the serpent made up of every lie told. But here's what's interesting too. To stay alive. Now, I was going to say, we're justifying this, but really, who knows? Maybe it was a necessity. Maybe he's lying to himself here. Maybe he's trying to justify it. Who knows? But that's an interesting part of that line, to stay alive. I've been going crazy, insane, no lie. This game is my bae and I love her for life. Sweating, fucked on her like a wife. So I talk about the music game. Set fire to the game, don't hate me. Set fire to the game, don't hate me. Fly in the night, don't hate me. I'm always on fire, even when it's raining. Hood down, blade on me, gotta stay alive. You could tell me all your secrets, I ain't telling mine. My spirit fleeting, ain't killing mine. But man, it's hard to believe, right? This feels like something he's telling himself, like a defense mechanism. Probably in pursuit of staying alive, of trying to survive this whole scenario, the situation of being in LA and blowing up and just trying to deal with all this shit. But at the same time, it sure doesn't feel like he is not killing his spirit. Feels like his spirit is suffering tremendously. So he gets undressed, naked, hit rewind. You do it all the time. I've been feeling like this my whole life. And then this is another interesting, like, what melts another man just polishes me. What another man enjoy just punishes me. So maybe he's almost taken on this, this idea of this, it's a test from God type of a thing. Who knows? Who knows? I don't know. I can't miss a night, so I don't fucking sleep. Not even if I lay and count sheep, so I weep. Got to be a bad man for the angels that keep. Bad man for the angels that keep. Did all this for you, so you can't hate me. Can't say shit. I do all this for you. If he's talking about the game, I'm assuming he's talking about the fans here. So, don't give me shit for what I've been doing, because I'm doing this for the fans. But again, I kind of like Rewind because it feels like a lot of swirling thoughts, swirling emotions. I don't fucking sleep, so I weep. That's exhaustion right there. That's exhaustion. The bloodstream flow like incense. The money come quick, but it never comes cheap. Know that paradise comes with a fee. It's like everybody's money is just coming to me. The flames like lovers just dancing on me. Some addicted to the luxury. Some just don't need. I watch these men fall off like debris. So many bite marks from so many teeth. So many bite marks from so many teeth. And to me, that just brings us right back to the beginning of the album. All these people trying to feed off of you, feed off of you, feed off of you. Trying to survive. It's wild, dude. Wild. Rewind, so far Rewind is kind of the best off the album in my opinion. Just in terms of kind of everything. Like, I feel like the overall sound has been fairly similar. It stayed in a lane on the album. But Rewind kind of jumps out at me. Pretty dark, pretty sinister. We got some lyrics in here that aren't repeating. He's saying some shit. Kind of opening up a bit onto the concepts that exist in the album. Let's go to 10. It's called Essex Girls. Dropping into 10. Here we go. This is just under 3 minutes. It's dark too already. What's Killian the Priest? Missionary born in Ireland, 7th century. Okay. God, I love the tone on this one. This lower bass though. I really miss each hoe. See, I feel like this is another example of the vocals being drowned out underneath the production to just amplify the idea of being caught up in all this. Archangels of fame wash down on me. One man's poison is another man's feast. Almost done. got some concepts to talk about. This album is starting to feel like one of those albums that are good to listen to when you're just like I don't ride the bus, I can drive around a car, but I feel like if you're just kind of in a shitty situation where maybe you ain't got a lot of money, you're working a shitty job, you're trying to scrape something together, but part of your day is you got to ride a bus for a while, and maybe you're getting home late. End of shift, it's nighttime, it's dark, and you just, fuck, man, where am I? What am I doing? Where is this going? How do I get out of this? How did I even end up here? The album's really feeling like that, especially in these last couple tracks. Rewind to Essex Girls. And then, it's honestly, I feel like we're starting to hit like a depression stride of some of these things where it's kind of talking about the party scene and talking about some girls and talking about this, talking about that. But even that ain't fucking fun, And so it's not so much the party scene and it's not so much feeling lost. But right now at this part of the album, it just feels like a person who's trying to find joy, actual happiness. I'm caught up in this thing. Caught up in this machine, this situation. I got no familiar faces. I got no familiar places. I don't like what I'm doing. I don't like who I've become. I feel like I can't escape. I feel like there's no way out, no way forward. That kind of, it just feels like that right now. It's been kind of a shift. The album started out pretty strong in this like storytelling element. But right through this Essex Girl, man, especially with the vocals turned way, way down. As a listener, I'm sitting here, I just feel like swallowed, just gone. Which is a great mechanic, but it's not necessarily the most fun thing to do on a Monday morning. And that doesn't mean like, that's not necessarily the bad. I'm just kind of laughing at my own situation of whatever Fakemink is trying to do here. I feel like it's working. Like I feel like I am getting pulled down into this thing. But the reason why I cracked the joke about a Monday morning or whatever is that's the challenge with music. Is music, other art, it doesn't necessarily have to entertain. It can just be what it is and then that's it. But music, it does need some amount of entertainment quality to it. And that's why I started talking about like this depression stride, because sometimes there's some shit that we put on because it's depressing, because it matches how we feel, And so I wonder, I don't know anything about him, his audience, his fans, whatever, but I wonder how this is like hitting with the fans, because it's a weird mix of party and it almost just feels like a strange off blend of the party rage scene. But I'm not happy, And maybe that really fucking works right now with everything that's going on. You can almost get so disassociated. He's so specific in capturing the feeling, I feel like, of what he was going through, that I feel like the emotion is now starting to take over. And now it's almost one of those things where it doesn't matter what the album's about at all. Now I'm swung over into this emotion experience. And depending on where my life is, it can match the album, even though the album is about something completely unrelatable, which is kind of neat. It shows the parallel of human existence, which is why I enjoy music so much. Let's keep going, man. I know I'm going to kind of skip over lyrics on this one, but yeah, I'm kind of like caught up in it right now, which is neat. Let's keep going. This is 11, Night, Blooming Jasmine. It's got a bunch of streams. I'm assuming this is a single produced by Fakemink. Here we go, dropping into 11. Second single. cool beat on this one.
Lola at the coach, check a Venus to the boat deck. White folks in the night, white chocolate. I've been on my own tick, now I'm so really rich. Lola cheap for the thrill, and she still for the kick. Lola at the coach, check a Venus to the boat deck. White folks
Okay, there we go.
I've been killing this shit, now I'm so really rich.
I've been waiting for something kind of like this to come.
I've been getting so big, everybody in my biz going live. I don't know who anybody is, I one life. So I really just wake up and live. I ain't tryna go zook, I ain't tryna go live. Can't fuck with a girl if the club where she live. If she go out showing her tits, like, come here and give me a kiss, like, you're man and I'm your bitch, like, I don't know if she just kissing for that Harry Winston. I don't give a fuck about nobody, I swear.
High price, premium quality jewelry.
Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my head, I'm Samson. Night Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my head, I'm Samson. Night Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them.
I like this little.
Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my head, I'm Samson. Night Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my head, I'm Samson.
This almost feels like poppy, you know? Almost, with the beat and everything. It's almost poppy. So it really kind of comes out of nowhere as far as the album goes. Like, what the fuck is this all of a sudden? Like, now we're not depressed, but we are still. Don't worry, kids. We're still depressed. They want to eat me alive. Can't stop them. Can't stop them. I don't give a fuck about nobody, I swear. I'm on a mission. I won't worry too much about the lyrics right here, but can't stop them. They want to eat me alive. Can't stop them. So maybe is this like pop sound trying to associate with, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to stop fighting it. I'm just going to go with it, whatever. And then maybe I actually can have some fun. Maybe. Who knows? But interesting shift in sound here after the previous couple songs.
I
think the lyrics all just repeat too. Yeah.
Everybody in my biz going like, I don't know who anybody is. I one life, so I really just wake up and live. I ain't tryna go zook, I ain't tryna go live. Can't fuck with a girl if the club where she live. If she go out showing her tits, like, come here and give me a kiss, like, you're man and I'm your bitch, like, I don't know if she just kissing for that Harry Winston. I don't give a fuck about nobody, I swear, I'm on a mission. At night, Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my
Can't stop.
Night Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my hair, I'm Samson. Night Bloom Jasmine, second name Jasmine. They wanna eat me alive, can't stop them. Killing Charles Manson, ringing for ransom. They try to cut my hair, I'm Samson. Lola at the coat, check a Venus to the boat deck. White folks in the night, white chocolate. I've been on my own tick, now I'm so really rich. Lola cheap for the thrill, and she still for the kid, like.
Nice drop into that. Interesting song in terms of the album structure. Night Blooming Jasmine. Good little beat. Cool. I can see why it's a hit there. Feels like it's written to be a hit, but surprising. Very surprising to hear this after where we're at. And so I'm just going to kind of stick with the idea of maybe we're finally starting to have a little bit of fun in this scene. Maybe. Or maybe he finally had like a good night out. Maybe. I don't know. Can't fuck with a girl if the club where she live, or if she go out showing her tits like, come here, come give me a kiss. You are mine. I'm your bitch. I don't know if she just kissed him for that Harry Winston, and the annotation for Harry Winston was like fancy jewelry. So he doesn't trust anybody still. It's a theme that's happened a couple times already. Lola cheat for the thrill, and she steal for the kick. Yeah. Well, there you go. There you go. Just don't let her steal your boat, bro. Don't let her steal your boat. Huh. Yeah, that one's kind of just out of nowhere in terms of the flow of the album. But it did almost start dark here with Wrong Relief, which is going to be 12. Let's hit 12. See how that goes. And then we got a long song. So let's roll through 12. Wrong Relief. we'll just kind of keep riding this wave to see where the fuck it goes. Hollywood feeling like an open air dungeon. They swear. I like this one. I like the beat on this one a lot. Sinister again. When he gets into this dark lane, he does it really well. Yeah, dude, this is dark as fuck. I like this one. Yeah, dude. When he gets into this fucking dark, sinister lane, it clicks, man. It's starting to click. Rewind, Essex Girls, Wrong Relief, even that interlude Jungle Affair. This shit's starting to click. It's taken a little bit for me to get used to it. But as we really dive into this kind of darkness, man, it's starting to fucking click, unfortunately. Something I was thinking about when he's talking about, I'm 21 now, but 18 was when I made it when I was 18 or whatever. It's an element I don't think about because that shit's scary in the sense of I'm trying to make it as an artist, and now I have made it as an artist. And then now, if it's one thing to try and make it and not make it and go, well, I tried and whatever. It's something else entirely to make it and then fall off, especially if you're young. And I don't know, maybe I'm talking out my ass here when I say this, we'll see. But I kind of feel like with the rage scene, it seems like it's more of a flash in the pan type of a thing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but it feels like the rage fans kind of hop onto what's hot. And then they hop onto the next thing that's hot. And it's not like in doing so, they're saying the previous stuff was garbage, but it seems to shift a lot. It seems, oh, you got to check this out. You got to check this. And so this person blows up, and then this person blows up, and then this person blows up. But every time somebody else new blows up, the last person kind of gets left behind. It's a byproduct of that. And so if you're in that scene and you're trying to make it, blowing up is great. Great. That's fucking awesome. Great. I made it, right? And then what? Now what happens? Especially if you see it with other artists. And how do you stay fresh? How do you stay relevant? How do you stay new and innovative in that space, man? Because especially with if I'll say all this with a big old if in front of it, because I don't want to speak on the fan base. I don't know, right? But if there's a scene where it's the next new thing that people are always on, you can't even chase that. Because if you go, oh shit, this thing blew up. Okay, let's put something together real quick. And then, 6 months later, 9 months later, you put out an album that's kind of in that space. it could have already shifted on to the next area, and now that's old news. So how do you fucking, you got to stay in front of it, but how are you going to be in front of it when you don't even know where it's going? So it just, to me, that's fucking terrifying. That's terrifying. But also, I mean, that's really why chasing things is so stressful. And that's why you just got to go, you know what? I got to do my thing. What other people do is what they do. Do your thing. But man, I really like Fakemink when he gets into this sinister, dark space. It works. He does it pretty fucking well, honestly. The more I hear him do it, the more I like it. I'm in LA, missing London, money's in abundance, Hollywood feeling like an open-air dungeon. My son's living in shit I've been done. They love making songs that I've been sung. She loves pushing my buttons. She don't play fair. I'm like, fuck Sunset, really miss Mayfair. I'm assuming he's talking about Sunset Boulevard. I'm assuming. You won't ever catch me in the shit they wear. Tell her how much bread I made last week. She said, say swear. That's a great line. Great line. Because my whole heart in this shit, and they fake care. And then, and one of the reasons why I got onto that whole 18 thing and trying to stay relevant and stuff is, I set myself on fire, really stayed lit. But how true is that? We won't know until a couple years go by. Who knows? Who knows? And please, everything I said, please don't take that as like a put down to Fakemink. It's really got nothing to do with him at all. And I could be completely wrong about the fans and the scene and all that shit too, but anybody that exists in that type of space where it's all about the newest, hottest thing, everything else gets just left in the dust, So how do you fucking protect yourself against that? Maybe you take all your money, stuff it in a shoebox, bury it. Maybe. Maybe. London Blue's going to kill me before these drugs do. I ain't picking up my phone. If there's any pain, only pushing classic whips. Don't fuck with candy paint. No one in the world that can fix this pain. Blowing up my phone and causing me pain. Something else that's kind of fascinating too is there is this element of just leave me alone. Leave me alone. And it's probably stems from the fact that I can't trust you. You just want to feed off of me. You're not actually my friend. You're fake caring about me. All that kind of shit. Let's keep going. This is neat. This is neat. I'm glad my experience was turning a little bit. Because initially I was like, this is fine. I said that earlier, right? This is cool. This is starting to click a little bit. So here's the long one. Fire and Ice, 7 minutes long. Let's jump in, see where this goes. This is neat. This is starting to click.
This was never going to unfold gently. Do not be afraid. What was placed inside you before you even knew your own name cannot be confiscated by the wind. Fate is not a fragile ornament someone can snatch from your hands. It is branded on you, beneath your satin skin-like inheritance. But the stars that stood witness at our beginning are retreating now. They withdraw one by one behind us. Above motorways slit with rain, glowing like veins of mercury. Above sleepless hotel ceilings. Above departure halls where the air takes failing its metal.
That's a great line. That's a great line. That I already scrolled about. Where the fuck is it? Above departure halls where the air tastes faintly of metal and goodbye. So the airport. That's a great line. I like that a lot.
Our lanterns drift into the night seas, but they are not abandoning yet. They are making room, because it was never permitted that we remain in that narrow province where we first learned our names. That small territory of childhood lies only a threshold. You were not made for thresholds. You were made for descent. And so we go further. Further than comfort.
Further than comfort. Further than innocence.
Further than the polite architecture. Deeper into the chambers where the soul is dismantled and reassembled into something unrecognizable, something luminous and terrible. You must not soften the story.
You must not soften the story. Tell it correctly.
You must let them know they must not pass through the cathedral of pleasure. Their spirits will be heated, bent, cooked, and remain. They will not be able to bear it like you do. Tell it so precisely that the bones of it ring. Because if you do, they will follow you. Through you, they will pass into the city of waiting.
I'm starting to wonder if this whole song is just this like story element. It looks like it, but it's kind of neat. It's kind of neat. Tell it precisely that the bones of it ring, because if you do, they will follow you. Well, let's just keep playing. I guess I don't need to sit here and read it. We can let it go.
Through you, they will hear the language spoken of the lost, the abandoned and condemned, the magnificent faces who is captivated, the angels who fell not from forgiveness, but from unbearable longing, and those who refuse to listen will feel it anyway. It will thread through them like voltage and voltage. It will rearrange their mood. It will make their hearts beat strangely in their chests. And don't you dare forget those who've been waiting for you. Do you understand that? They have watched your steps since the first fraction appeared in your life. They have waited in the quiet, fluorescent corridors after the crowds disappeared. They have waited in train stations that smell like and rain. They have waited in the dim half-light of rented rooms that seem whispered slowly in the restless night.
I like reading ahead.
From city to city, from stage to silence, in the quiet, after applause, from intoxication to revelation. And they do not wish you well.
I'm very tempted to just like skip and read it on my own, but they will, through you they will pass into the city of weeping, though you will hear their language spoken among the lost, the abandoned and condemned, the magnificent failures who miscalculated, the angels who fell not from wickedness but from unbearable longing. And those who refuse to listen will feel it anyway. It will thread through them like voltage in the marrow. It will rearrange their breathing. It will make their hearts behave strangely in their chest. And don't you dare forget those who have been waiting for you. Do you understand that they have watched your steps since the first fracture appeared in your life? They have waited in the quiet fluorescent corridors after the crowds disappear. They've waited in train stations that smell like iron and rain. They've waited in the dim half-light of rented rooms where the ceiling spins slowly above a restless mind. They've followed you from city to city, from stage to silence, in the quiet applause, from intoxication to revelation. And they do not wish you well, not at all. They hope you will break. They hope you will mistake exhaustion for destiny. They hope you will kneel before the dull gods of comfort, lust, and indulgence, and forget what you were summoned here to become. They pray quietly, desperately, that your eyes never grow strong enough to endure the radiance of heaven. But listen to me. When you look at me, you've already walked too far to return. You've seen the machinery behind the theater. You've tasted the ash that hides beneath every beautiful promise. Fucking great line. And still you kept moving. That is why they fear you, because the path ahead is not mercy, it is initiation. They've come to escort you now across the black water towards the farther shore, through fire, through ice, through every exquisite trial designed to separate the living from the truly awake. Lift your head and walk. Because what waits for you beyond this passage is not comfort, it is transfiguration. I like that shit, dude. Like, I like that. That's an incredible mindset of, this will not break me. In fact, it's here to, like, instead of going, oh my God, I'm changing, oh my God, I'm changing, I've lost control, oh my God, I've lost control, I'm changing. Go, no. I'm changing turn it into a fucking weapon rather than a thing to suffer, you know? Let's see. We'll listen to the last like minute here. I want to hear the production. Let it go into Kiss of Death. Is this like a guitar strum that's so fucking warped out? Feels like somebody trying to essentially reassemble, be reborn. I wanted to see if it dumps into Kiss of Death or not. Looks like not. Okay. So I wonder. That's a very distinct 7-minute spoken word artsy fartsy thing. Now we've got 6 more songs. I wonder if I'm kind of expecting the rest of it to just be bangers. Maybe this is where all the bangers are going to come in. I don't know. But fascinating perspective to have. Great. I mean, like on one hand, I go, okay, one of the problems with this is you're going to hear it once or twice, and then you're just going to skip this. Like, no one's really going to sit through this again. Well, not necessarily no one. I mean, you could be going through your own shit, you know? And maybe that's the point, too, with Fakemink. You know, maybe I don't know anything about the guy, but maybe he's like, you know what? There was some stuff earlier. We were talking about doing it for the fans, right? Doing it for the fans. Maybe this is for you. Maybe you're going through some shit. Maybe you're going through a cathedral of pressure and fire and pain, and you feel like you don't have control. You know, your spirit's being heated, bent, cooked, remade. You feel like you can't bear it. Maybe Fakemink has made this thing for you. Say, hey, you are being transformed. It's supposed to be this way. You're supposed to go through change. You're supposed to have these feelings. It's not a punishment. It's a gift, in a sense, you know. And then maybe too, this is don't kneel before the dull gods of comfort, lust, and indulgence. Interesting, man. Interesting. Well, let's keep going. Let's drop into Kiss of Death. This is 14, 3 minutes long. Here we go. Here's 14, Kiss of Death.
I take it and I'm gonna catch it up to me. Nobody on this
I'm expecting, kind of a ramp up and out from here.
I can give you the what, take your chance in me. I take it and I'm gonna catch it up to me. Nobody on this office close to touching me. I got the baddest bitch alive and she buys for me. I can give you the what, just put your trust in me. I miss the swag game and went with coke instead. I feel the lips of that kiss of death on my head.
I feel the lips of the kiss of death on my head.
I heard when you fuck the song, but I'm just not impressed. They say I'm going hard and this is my year, though. But I've been studying for a million years, bro. I feel like this, but I ain't even on gear, though. Don't need a go, man, I need a no hoe. My glass on so clear, though. Your eyes in the window. You say you got this money, but we really like weirdo. Got so much for on me, I really feel like a weirdo. Feeling like a villain, but they call me a hero. I'm rich and you been, bro. Music your kids know. 1990 making money, music I've been, bro. Music I've been, bro. I'm a quiet in a bad head like you a dildo. I'm a quiet in a bad head like you a dildo. I'm a quiet in a bad head like you a dildo. I'm a quiet in a
But go out in the back. Okay.
I take it and I'm gonna catch it up to me. Nobody on this office cause that touching me.
One thing I will say, and I said this about Yeet on whatever album that was. I get a little bored with the songs that essentially, because this is a 3-minute song. This is basically a 90-second song repeated. Because we're going to go back into the same beat structure. We're going to go back into the same lyrics, the same. It's like a Control C, Control V of 90 seconds. I don't like that. I don't like that. I've never liked that. So far, I have not really come across. I mean, I shouldn't say I've never liked that. There's probably been a time when I've been cool with it, but I'd almost rather just let's hit it for the 90 seconds. Let's move on. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being a little whiny about it, but there's been a lot of songs on this album that has been that, essentially. We're just going to Control C, Control V the first 90 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever, and now we're going to call it a full song. And I'm just really not into that concept. I don't really enjoy it that much. At least there's some difference here in the production. Very interesting. Bringing in the guitar. I wonder if it's going to come in clean or if it's going to stay grindy, scratchy. Good variation on the second half there. Thank you, Fakemink, for proving me wrong. Thank you for changing the production on the second half of that song and effectively telling me to shut my fucking mouth and listen to the music. Thank you. That was cool. See, that's all it takes. Just a little bit of variation. That's all we got to do. Something different to essentially give that second portion a reason to exist. Anytime we get a song where it's like we're just gonna repeat what we just did, no, come on, do something more, and just need that little bit of change. That was cool. That second half, that little variation with the guitar coming in, made me go from being kind of like okay to I like Kiss of Death. I got the baddest bitch alive, and she busts for me. I can give you the world, just put your trust in me. I take it and I'm gone. No one catching up to me. Nobody is close to touching me. I missed the Sprite and went with the Coke instead. I wonder, I don't know. Anyway, I feel the lips of the kiss of death on my head. She got so much swag, but she's the best undressed. Heard all you fucker songs, but I'm not impressed. I said I'm going hard. This is my year. I've been stunting for 1,000,000 years, bro. Don't need a good girl. I need a weird. Weirdo. Like glass, I'm so clear. Your ass and a weirdo. So you got this money, but we really like where though. Got so much fur on me. I feel like a bear though. Let's keep going. I'm serious to see, does this album ramp out after that Fire and Ice spoken word portion? So here is 15. It's called Creed. It's 3 minutes. Drop it into 15. Feel the pressure and the pain of the life that I chose. So much money, but it's never going to be enough. I used to drive the whip like I'm trying to die. This song is interesting to me because, again, his vocals are way down. But the production is not oppressive like it has been before. So I'm not sure how to take that, because I feel like that's been used as a mechanism early in the album. And now we're on kind of like the back end of the album after that spoken word thing, which was pretty substantial, very important in terms of the storytelling. So now we've got the same mechanism, but the production isn't like this oppressive, sinister thing. It's kind of light. It's kind of easy. Yeah. I wonder if this whole she person is music. Yeah, I feel like the she in this song is music, being an artist, making money from it, all that kind of stuff. So I kind of feel like, post this idea of transfiguration, going through the fire and ice. I almost feel like this song maybe is supposed to represent essentially falling in love with the fact that we're making music. Like, there's no more fear. That, I think that's an important element. That's something that in the first half of the album especially, lots of mentions of being terrified. Here, there's no mentioning of that. It's a lighter song. He's talking about, I used to drive like, I'm trying to die, like I'm trying to kill us both. Used to drive like I'm trying to fly, like I'm dancing, chilling out now. I've chilled out. Loving the moment. That's quite the opposite of being terrified. I'm loving the moment. And so maybe the idea here, maybe he just likes to keep his vocals a little low, but maybe the idea here is I'm falling back in love with this thing. I've kind of like gotten through the shock and shock of LA and this whole scene and all these people and what they do and all that kind of shit. And, the spiritual torment, I went through it. And now I'm just kind of realizing, no. Take a deep breath. Fall in love with music again. Kitty's back there. What are you doing, Voodoo? Hey, Voodoo. I love cats because they know when you're talking to them, and so they will willfully ignore you. Tasting a fairy tale, but ain't making it up. If this is a dream, I don't want to wake up. I'm staying asleep, ain't waking up. Love my haters because they're really just saying stuff. I've got so much money, it's never going to be enough. So this feels like we've no longer terrified. Kind of embracing it. It's post-transfiguration so much, so it seems anyway. Tell me what you're missing. This is the next one, 16. Produced by Fakemink. Dropping in 16. Here we go. Kind of punching through this back end.
Tell me what you're missing. It's so loud. It's so loud. It's so
Huh.
loud. Tell me what you're missing. I can make it yours, but I will let you take it out of mine. Tell me what you live for, die for. Tell me what can make you hold that now. Tell me what can make you hold that now for me. Things right for me. Things right. I don't care about your opinion, only care about the answers. You think it's dark, no shit gets darker. I was making money, you was throwing that dances. Every time I call this girl phone, no she answers. When it's all cold, I'm in my old red park. Feeling like Nick Cage, snake skin, wild heart. Yes, I am a rapper, but I'm really about fine art. I was off the drop, moving slow like it's dialogue. A whole lot of wax, fading short fuses, drug users, and beautiful music. Getting red cause I make the best music. Cause I get money and I know how to use it. Yeah, I get money and I know how to use it. Yeah, you get money and you love to lose it.
You get money and you love to lose it.
Yeah, you get money and you love to lose it. Tell me what you're missing. This all I have, this all I have, this all I have. Tell me what you're missing. I can make it yours. No, I got it all. I will let you take it out of my hand. Tell me what you live for. Die for. Tell me what can make
Bit of a jam. Bit of a jam.
Tell me what can make you hold on for me. Things right for me. Things right. I pushed you away when I needed you. Even to this day, you know I bleed for you. You got a piece of me, I got a piece of you. Didn't believe in us, but I believe in you. I didn't wanna leave when I was leaving you. But now on the road, I don't need you. I didn't wanna leave when I was leaving you. But now I'm on the road alone. I don't fuck with nobody, just leave me alone. I don't even wanna talk, bitch, leave me alone. Cosign, bitch, I do it.
Fuck a cosign. I do it on my own.
Cause I've been on the road. I've been on the road. I've been out of town. I've been doing my work. And they ain't down. Graduating, no cap or gown. But these men did, and they cat so loud. When I go in, gotta go all out. I was in Japan with a hat so loud. Yeah, they mad at me, cause I scream so
They're mad at me because I scream so loud. Every venue I do is sold out. Dropped right into that one too. Who knows what this could be? I feel like this is still about music. Still about music, especially this first two. Pushed you away when I needed you. Even till this day, you know I bleed for you. You got a piece of me, I got a piece of you. Didn't believe in us, but I believe in you. I didn't want to leave when I was leaving you. Now I'm on the road, I'm needing you. And I mean, this could be the person to, you know, someone back home, the familiar face that he was talking about before. But it's also, it does feel like somebody kind of reborn into music. I've got that drive again. That's all I care about. I'm on the road alone. I don't fuck with nobody. Just leave me alone. I don't even want to talk. Leave me alone. Fuck a cosign. I do it on my own. Everybody on my dick because I've been on the road, been out of town, doing my work, ain't letting you down, graduated, no cap and gown. I ain't graduated, no cap and gown. Did the cap so loud. When I go in, I got to go all out. I was in Japan with Pack so loud. Yeah. We're out. We're out of that dark spot. We're out of the terror. No longer terrified. I'm a rapper, but I'm really about fine art. I was off that drop moving like slow like it's dial-up. A whole lot of white suede and short fuses, drug users and beautiful muses. Get it, Brett, because I make the best music. Tell me what you miss in this old life. What you miss, I can make it yours. Now I got it all. Tell me what live for, die for. This girl with the picture of this girl with this gun. What's weird too with the picture is like this pink over her eye. It makes it look like she's wearing like, you know, glasses, you know, like safety glasses. But really it's some sort of like glare from the lens or something. Some like light flare or something. That's what it seems like. I don't know. Tell me what you mean. All right, let's keep going, man. Forget Me Not is the next one. 17. Feels like we're out of the darkness. So we got 3 more songs. Let's see how Fakemink ramps this up. Here's 17. Forget Me Not. Oh wait. Did that actually start from the beginning? Let's try it now. There we go.
She's so fine, she my one and only. I'm so fly, raps in the Brioni. When niggas out there, listen shit that they told me. I bought like a strike on, said like a goldie. Got the baddest bitch alive, and she telling me hold me.
The baddest bitch alive, tell me hold me.
On the polling, I feel her hair hot, but I ain't been smoking. Early morning working, really feeling like Kobe. Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi, I am Obi. Oh my god. Essex boy, I was living as a
muscle. Overseas, carrying the scene on my backbone. Essex boy, I'm a real top burner. Essex boy, I was really living at the shop. I've been going so hard, I don't really feel like a break. But miss mama, driving me crazy. Bash around on my wrist strap, alligator. Man, I can't contemplate seeing so much pain. No, you can never fool me.
I like that. No. Coming in.
I be on my Jason, I still kill your whole crew. Yo, you my Shanghai, pretty sweet Chantilly. I was 19 when I made my first million.
19 when I made my first million. This part's cracking me up because I was 19 when I made my first million. I got so much money offshore that they don't know about. And then he says, you know, they don't know about 10 times or so. I'm like, are you admitting to tax evasion, sir? You might be careful. Don't do a rap snitch knish here on yourself. Don't put in your album about how you're hiding your fucking money in some tax haven in a different country.
Shut the damn no I've been OT, I've been running around, working hard, getting no sleep. Life is so sweet, and she's so fine. She my one and only. I'm so fly, raps and Rioni. Winning cause I didn't listen shit that they
Winning cause I didn't listen to the shit that they told me.
And she telling me hold you choose my friends and my enemy. Blue moons on my dining table, ebony. To that Venus off the body, the hand next to me. She say you won't ever be forgetting me. Essex boy, I was living at the Mercer. Overseas, carrying the scene on my backbone. Essex boy, I'm a real top burner. Essex boy, I was really living that. Yeah, these man are broke, I know they think they're richer than me. But money I made this year is money they never see. I'm a little to win them, but they think I'm so evil. I'm just working harder, but I know we still equal. I've been making money cause I don't waste time. Do it on my own, and your team just try. Shine light back, cause I'm just so fly.
Does it just jump into the next one? Retard Angel. Just gonna let it roll. Just gonna let it roll. Interesting song so far, lyrics. I want to hit this opening portion. It's called, Angel. Anyway. I found you mid-bleed. That was part of the lure. I know I never say it, but I knew what I saw. I fell for the damage that needed a cure. I know you needed me, but I needed you more. We saw pain in each other. I think that's what pulled me in. So now I think he's talking about a person, probably the person back home. I didn't fall for who you were. I fell for what you were in. With the bond so strong, you were akin to my kin. You lifted me up out of the state I was in. Your kiss really felt like it absolving my sin. Missed the scent of your sweat laying skin to skin. You needed a shelter and I needed a room. One united to my world, so I told you the truth. Got the world on my back, butterflies in my tummy. Don't be fooled by the money. I'm just young and unlucky. I ain't got much time left. I'm going to the moon. I'm really sorry. I'm sorry. I really didn't want to leave you so soon. Got the world on my back. Yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't want to leave you so soon. So let me back it up just a little bit, because I feel like this is more of a personal relationship that's being spoken about here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, really didn't want to leave so soon. She's losing it right now, cause if I wasn't who I am, she would have been moving in by now. I gave her all my trust and she just threw it to the ground.
Oh,
She
interesting.
says she understands, but she just fooling me right now. Yeah, she's losing it right now, cause she gave me all her love and I ain't using it right now. Gave her a piece of trust and she abusing it right now. She says she understands, but she just fooling me right now. Yeah, you hated the powder, I hated reflections. Pupils in widescreen confession. I miss ghost booking under broad names of the 22. I never had to use my phone when I was next to you. Didn't care about my phone as I was texting you. I loved you more than life and you never knew. I
Loved you more than life and you never knew.
I loved you more than life and you lying. Cause me on eats linen that electric guitar. You taste like a risk, I keep calling my cure. I borrow tomorrow, that's the way I must live. Burn incense of guilt in a room that forgives. Yeah, you loved me like morning, slept till dawn. I loved you like night, I'd be up till 4. Always hot, always flat, feeling one with the birds. You the retard angel I never deserved. You're the retard angel I see.
What is the deal with you? Oh, okay. I'll let the song finish and we'll hit the annotation.
Love so bright, I was blinded. Retard angel so divine. I wouldn't worry for you, know you'll be just fine.
This song definitely feels like a past relationship, previous relationship. So here's the annotation. It says, although more commonly now used as a slur, which is true, which is why I didn't really want to repeat the title of the song, because people will get cranky about it. Retard was originally a French loan word to English meaning delay or to be late. So it literally defines as a delayed angel, alluding to a love interest that came into Fakemink's life at the wrong time. And that's probably true in terms of the wrong time. Definitely, this whole verse, man, is pretty good. Verse 2, losing it right now because she's losing it right now because if I wasn't who I am, she would have been moving in by now. I gave her all my trust. She threw it to the ground. She says she understands. She understands, but she's fooling me right now. Gave me all her love, and I ain't using it right now. Gave her a piece of trust. She's abusing it right now. She doesn't understand, fooling right now. Never had to use my phone. I was next to you. Didn't care about my phone unless I was texting you. Loved you more than life, and you never knew. And this part was kind of neat, because Neon Eats Linen, that electric couture, and there was a thing about Neon lighting eating like tooth enamel earlier, right, when he was basically at the beginning of the album. You taste like a risk. I keep calling my cure. I borrow tomorrow, that's the way I must live. Burn incense of guilt in a room that forgives. You loved me like morning, you slept till dawn. I loved you like night, I'd be up till 4. Always high, always fly, feel I'm one with the birds. You're the angel I never deserved. You're the angel I see in my dreams. Love so strong, tore hearts in half. Love so bright, I was blinded. So that's the person. And you know, that's probably the person that he had to leave, you know, because there was some mention of that. But then also that adds to that torture. Right, first getting into LA and all these girls and all this other stuff, and you know, maybe this whole thing started with the idea of I'm going to go to LA and I'm going to go on this tour, but I'm going to stay me, I'm going to stay true, you know, all that kind of stuff, and then it all just falls apart. All falls apart. And so knowing that, experiencing that, knowing what it's going to do to the relationship with this other person, it basically just condemns it to failure, of course. But there you go. Let's do one more song. Etna. It's the final track. This one's a little longer at 5 minutes. Oh, it's a spoken thing again. That's funny. All the long songs are just the spoken word shit. All right, let's finish this up. Here's the end of Terrified, track 19.
Last night we were certain the world
angels hopping from rooftop to rooftop. Devils and ghosts curled inside hotel beehives, sleeping in hot, feverish humming. Everyone declaring eternal love. People making promises that they could never possibly keep. Not even until the morning.
Not even until the morning.
Eternal despair. And now look. Morning. I dust myself off. I step into the light. And I let the sun warm the places that were cold all night. The bats have turned back into pigeons.
It's kind of fascinating.
Conducting their usual business. I can hear the machines coughing themselves to life to make their awful coffee. The delivery man is still late.
Like he's back
I can
home.
tell because Roche is yelling. The universe, it seems, has survived us. The funny thing about youth and its spectacular overreactions is that you believe every feeling arrives dressed as the final one.
Ah, yeah.
That every heartbreak is permanent.
This is a great line I want to emphasize right here. The funny thing about youth and its spectacular overreactions is that you believed every feeling to rise dressed as the final one. It's this idea like, oh my God, I feel this and this is how it is. Your emotions are gonna change. You're gonna feel something different 4 hours from now, 4 days from now. How you feel right now is not forever. It's not permanent. It's most of the time, it's not even real. It literally is just an emotional wave that shoots through. It's not even real. So that's I'm really, really glad that's in there.
Every night is the last night on earth. But morning always arrives like a very patient waiter. Another day. Another day, it asks you. And somehow, after considering everything you deal with, you nod and get back up to do it all over again anyway.
I like this. I
Because
like
what
this.
else can you do? And the sun we all stand under has a way of dissolving these things. It rises without judgment or
Dropping into a bit of a guitar strum.
It really does not give a hoot what we swore to each other in the dark last night. And in its gargantuan warmth, its towering light, all of our so-called grand tragedies become small human weather, just passing storms in a teacup. So here we are, a little older, a little wiser, and slightly embarrassed about the theatrics.
I want to say something about this too. All of our so-called grand tragedies become small human weather, just passing storms in teacups, which is a great description. So here we are, a little older, a little wiser, and slightly embarrassed about the theatrics, right? How we react, we overreact. It doesn't change. I'm 45 years old, and I got all spun up about something the other day. Literally doesn't fucking matter. Like, so I say that not to say, oh, great, you're going to feel like this forever, but to just try and do everything you can to be aware of how silly we often are. Often. The things that upset us, the things that we worry about. Me especially, I just fucking stress out about shit. And it's silly. It really is. It's that simple, man. Tom Petty. Most things I worry about never happen anyway. That's true. It's very, very true. Sometimes we get so caught up in our head of what could happen, it might happen, if it happens, then this would happen, and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe. But all those things you just thought about, worried about, they never even happened to begin with, didn't even start. So just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind, man. If you're feeling a certain way, you're worried about a certain thing, something that helps me sometimes is trying to recall something from a month ago or 6 months ago or a year ago that really upset me and how I've completely forgotten about it. Try that. If there's something in your mind that you're worried about and, oh, you're really feeling this and, oh, man, this is just eating me up, think back to something, and it's kind of, fortunately, in my experience, it's hard to remember the things that upset me because I just forget them entirely. So usually what I'll think about is something I used to be so excited for, like maybe a new game was coming out and I was so excited or whatever, right? And now I just could not care less. And it's not to say that, oh, my happiness didn't matter, but it's just that intensity. I care about this thing so much, so much, so much. Sometimes, kids are better at this too, right? They really want that thing. They really want that thing. And then they have it and they love it. And then 2 months go by and they never touch it again, right? I feel like we probably do that same thing as adults. But experiences are kind of like that. Now, fortunately, in terms of good experiences, those turn into good memories and all that other stuff. I'm kind of shitting on my own point. But really take that intensity and recall other times where you were intense about something and how you feel about that something now, because there's a good chance the intensity has fallen off completely. Now take that knowledge of how you feel over a span of time and apply it to the intense thing right now and tell yourself, in a week, I'm not going to fucking care about this at all. Which then means I can go ahead and just not care about it now. That's essentially the goal, right? Just stop fucking caring about it so much. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal.
But alive, which, all things considered, is not a bad outcome, right? Anyways, goodbye and good night. We were in that room for too long.
That's neat. Yeah, that was neat, man. I don't know. There's 20 seconds of dead time here at the end. Is it like waves and stuff? Sounds like we're near the coast. Yeah. I don't know what to think of that, because on one hand, that's such a cool album. That's a really cool album. It's a good journey. It's not like everything was my favorite or anything like that, but like, I feel like as a piece of art, I feel like that album succeeds in what it's doing. It is a good piece of art. The problem I have with the album is I don't really know who it's for, aside for Fakemink. And I don't know why I have a hard time saying Fakemink, because I don't want. I'm trying to roll through it so I don't enunciate it, and I say it all dumb when I say his name. The reason why I say I don't know who it's for is because I feel like this album is supposed to exist for kind of the rage scene, but it doesn't really hit like the rage scene stuff does, And it maybe I don't want to say that. I don't know if I want to say that, because like the Slayer album, which I almost sat down with the deluxe disc today, almost, but I was like, no, I want to check this out. I heard some cool things about this. I wanted to check this out. The new Yeet that came out, Dangerous Life, people were very upset with it. And I kind of get why, but I felt like that was a pretty cool album too. There's an album I tried to do a reaction to. I started recording it. I got 4 songs in, and I had to stop. It was The Rest in Bass by Che. I just couldn't get through it. Like, it was so blown out, distorted. I was just like, this ain't my thing. The rage scene is fascinating to me. You know, you got Playboy Cardi and SD, of course, and then there's some other guys too, but I'm forgetting names. But it's like, on one hand, it's easy to understand, but on the other hand, I feel like I don't get it at all. Like, on one hand, it's easy to understand because it's all about just, kind of like drop and go crazy and have a great time and the beat. But then at the same time, I feel like there could be so much more that exists in the genre like this in terms of storytelling elements and lyrics that aren't just all about I fucked your bitch and I'm at the club. Like, that just gets so boring after a while. To me, I get tired of hearing it. Well, I mean, of course, I'm not the target audience. But like, when I listen to these songs individually, not a whole lot jumps out in terms of what I would think about as like bangers, right? And really, it seems like that's what the rage scene hinges on. Is got to get some fucking bangers in there. Bangers. Which, of course. And so that's where I'm very like mixed on this album. Because I feel like what Fakemink has made in terms of a piece of art is actually pretty fucking cool. I like it from that perspective. But at the same time, when I go to I want to put on some music, I want to hear some bangers, there's really not any bangers here for me. Now, it could be in a different lane where it's like rage depression, rage, oh my God, my life is falling apart. It's that kind of a blend. But I feel like that's pretty niche. That's hard to, like, where do you get a big audience for that, So I don't know. It's a neat album. I want more from his vocals. I feel like his vocals overall were kind of just pretty flat. They all kind of exist in the same space, the same sound. The vocals don't do a whole lot in terms of variety. But maybe that's on purpose. Maybe he sounds different in other songs. Maybe that's like a specific style he chose for this album. I don't know. Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, I don't know. Now I'm very curious because I didn't look up anything about what people have thought about this album. I just listened to the new JPEG Mafia, and because it came out on a Thursday, I was like, oh, let's take a glance and see what opinions are before I listen to the album. And now I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, on one hand, I am glad because I saw what everybody was complaining about as far as Peggy's flow through that album. And so I was able to talk about that during the reaction. But on the other hand, it is nice just going in blind. But now I am blind on this one, and I'm very curious to see what do the Fakemink fans think of this album, because I haven't heard London Savior, which is like the fucking mixtape or whatever, right? And people have talked to me about that, like, oh, Bob, you gotta check this out. And then I got some cool messages about this album, and I agree with the cool messages about this album. It's a neat album, but I don't know who it's for, man. I don't know who it's for. I guess that's kind of what makes it so neat, too. But then I think about it and I go, well, am I going to put this on again? I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. One issue that's tough with storytelling things is once the story is told and you know the story, then okay, right? So you need that hook to get pulled back in. I say this a lot about 2093 by Yeet. I like that album a lot because there is a story in there, but it's kind of tucked away. But it's, to me, that album's got some bangers on there. And so the songs pull me back, but then I keep listening and then the story slightly unfolds. And I like that. I like that a lot. This one is very much story heavy. And the music supports the story, but in that, I just feel like there's not a lot of hooks either. Maybe. I don't know. That's just my opinion. But cool album. I'm sure I was going to say, I'm sure the real Fakemink fans, right, will say, no, you shouldn't have listened to this. But I don't know what anybody thinks about this at all. I don't know. I only think that way just because the real JPEG Mafia fans are really unhappy with the most recent album, right? It's funny to me how much people complain about music. Just don't fucking listen to it, man. And I get it. Like, if you got an artist you're just a huge fan of, and here comes an album, and you're getting all excited, and I understand being let down and all that stuff, but just get over it, you know? Go listen to the old shit, or whatever it is that you liked before, or whatever. Oh, I have to sneeze. All right, let's wrap this up. Cool album. Kind of confusing. I don't even know what genre it's supposed to be in. I think it's well done from a storytelling point of view. I mean, I don't know. It did feel like a ride. It really did. And I feel like I did get pulled into his life for a bit. Like that midsection, man, Rewind, Essex Girls, Wrong Relief, you know, getting into that section of the album, I'm like, I can feel it. I'm almost like sick, you know? All right, y'all. That was fun. It took me a while to get into it, too. That's another thing, right? Like, it just didn't really start to click until, like, 5, 6. Jungle Affair. Jungle Affair, I remember, that little bit of story. I was like, oh, shit, we're really getting into this. And then it started to click from there. We're really leaning into this concept of the album. Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. All right, y'all. Take care. We'll see you soon.